Hello everybody. Today I wanted to do a review of this product, which is the Orbitkey desk mat, which I have been using for the last 4 months. I have a desk mat already. It's here to the right so that you can see. I wanted an extra desk mat for several reasons. The first was that my existing desk mat is black. So when I was reviewing dark coloured items, they didn't show up very well against that background. So I wanted a light coloured background to be able to review dark coloured objects against. Secondly, my desk has a glass top, which is extremely cold to work on during the winter, especially currently as we have the heating down as much as possible. So I needed to insulate my hands and arms from the very cold glass surface. So I bought this desk mat at the same time as I bought this Orbitkey Nest, which I have reviewed previously. I won't reiterate the problems I had with ordering from the Orbitkey website. If you want to know about those, just look at the start of this video for this product. I will link to it below. So I won't go into that. I'll just stick to this product. This product is available in black and in this color, which is called Stone. There are 3 sizes. There is slim, which is less deep than this one and longer. There is medium, which is this one, and there is large. It's useful of them to give 3 options for different sizes so that they matches as well as possible your desk layout. This is medium, as I said. It is 67 centimeters wide and 37 centimeters deep. The top is faux leather. There's a little Orbitkey tag here. And underneath it is a layer of wool felt. You can see here. It costs €89.90, in other words, €90. Not cheap. The top layer lifts up so that you can store documents, lists, etc. underneath, between the top and the felt. So if you have a telephone list or something, or just something you need to put notes on, you can put it underneath there and leave it there. Makes your desk tidy. For me personally, not useful because I am a out of sight, out of mind type of person, unfortunately, which means that the moment it goes underneath here, I won't see it again and I'll forget it's there. I have had desk mats which had a transparent layer on top so that I could put notes underneath, and that was more practical for me personally. For others, of course, this will be absolutely practical. That's fine, of course. And at the back, there is this channel for you to put pens and whatever in. And there's a magnetic strip underneath it which runs the whole width. And it comes with this magnet, which is so this is what this magnet looks like. It's very strong. And it's intended to keep a cable in place and stop it from slipping back. So if you have your laptop, for example, here, and you have your cables coming up from behind the desk, so that when you unplug them, they slip down because of gravity, because of the weight of the cable. You can fix them here with this cable. So all you have to do is pull this out, pop it into your laptop, and then when you leave, unplug it again, and it'll stay here because of this magnetic cable holder. So this is a good idea. Yeah, so far so good. Okay, now unfortunately for some less positive stuff. Now you may think I've got a down on this company because I did not positively review this product, this Orbitkey product, but I just find them too marketing led. Their products are not special. They present them as special. They are expensive, but they are not special, and they are often not practical, and they are often overpriced. it's one of those companies that like Apple and Tesla, that they have, for some people they can do absolutely no wrong, and if you criticize them, you get this this pile of people saying how wonderful they are if you say something that Apple does is bad or Tesla is bad. And this review I did for this Orbitcom, although there's nothing any less honest about it than any other review I do, this has more dislikes than any other review I did, because this company attracts people who want everything said about it to be positive. That's not me, of course. So I'm going to tell you some of the bad stuff. The top is faux leather, as I said, which is fine, but it does pick up the dirt, because faux leather does. You need to clean it a little bit more regularly than you would if it was another product. The felt is absolutely a real magnet for dirt, and it also shreds and deteriorates very quickly. I'm going to try and just take this a little bit apart so I can try and show this to you without moving the camera, which took me a long time to get into position. So if you look here, you can see this layer, this 1 centimeter thick dark ring, just because the felt picks up the dirt from my hands and from the air and from the desk very, very, very easily. Why this sticks out, the front and the sides, I'm not really sure. Probably to make it easier to lift the top off like this, but it does mean that you get this very mucky felt layer, and that it gets very I can't think of the English word. It bobbles, you know, because it slowly deteriorates, this felt. So it's not really very hard wearing. This has been 4 months and it's already deteriorating in a way that is not very good considering the price, to be honest with you. The main issue though is with the felt, in that it moves very easily on the desktop. So this is there we are. I can just, you know, it doesn't matter what I do. It's just, I spend most of my days putting this back into position as I work, because it just, yeah, okay, I've got a glass top table, but it shouldn't make any difference. So if I check here with this product, which is the Del Monferrone, I'm pushing this, I'm making the camera move, I'm making the monitor move, I'm making the desk move, but the Del Monferrone does not move. It is, I can move it by lifting it up, but this is as it should be. I shouldn't have to, this shouldn't wander over the desk. This does constantly. A lot of people online have complained about this, and Orbitkey responded that they are looking into doing something about this. This was more than 2.5 years ago. They obviously didn't look very hard, because nothing has changed. This product is still wandering around the desk. Yeah, drives me absolutely mad. So be aware, some people like this, you know, if you have your keyboard and you want to move your keyboard so you can put your notebook in front of here, for example, and you don't mind moving the whole desk pad, that's great. That, to me, isn't the purpose of the desk pad. It needs to be there to be underneath what you're doing all the time. So really you need to be able to push your keyboard up without this moving. If you can't see this, but I can move this on my Del Monferrone here, no problem whatsoever, but this I can't do without moving the mat. If I want to move this, I have to lift it and work on here. That's not the best, in my opinion. When this arrives, it comes rolled up, and they suggest leaving it for 48 hours to become completely flat. No, I have had this for 4 months and it still does not lie completely flat, and it never will. You probably can't see this, but if maybe you can just a little, you can see a little bit of the movement here. If I press here, you can see a little bit of the movement here against the felt, because this still slightly rises from the surface of the desk. And here, which is where the product was rolled most tightly, there is a ridge which will never go. I'd have to train this, roll it the wrong way. It isn't. I don't think it's ever going to be entirely flat. It's not a big issue, but it's, again, considering its price, more thought should have gone into this. It's not as good as it should be. As I said, you have to move this. If you want to do anything here, you have to move, lift things up and move them. Now this does give a slight problem with the cable tie. If you have your laptop here, like for example here, and you have your cable tie here, and you need to lift this up and move it so that you're working, it gives you a problem because the cable tie is in the way and it doesn't move. You have to actually, then you'd have to lift it and put the cable tie there. Actually not a problem because the cable tie is heavy enough to hold the cable without the magnetic strip. And personally, because this magnetic strip goes all the way back, again, if I want to move things, I have to lift them. I can't push them because the strip is in the way. This channel is in the way. So you have to lift them up and lift them over the top of the channel. With the Del Monferrone, there's nothing at the top. I can move things up and down. It doesn't move. There's no problem. I think if I was to redesign this, I'd probably design the channel just to come to about here so that you can put your pens in it. And the rest could have been empty so that you can move things backwards and forwards on the mat. It's a personal thing, but I think you need to know this so that if you're planning to buy one of these, you know how it is practically if you're working with it. I think it's, as I said, this is a company that produce products that I don't think they test very well, which is design led, it's marketing led, and they are overpriced in my opinion. So for example, if I compare this, the Del Monferrone is bigger, it's made of leather, this is smaller, this is faux leather, this does not slip on the table, this does slip on the table. This will last, Del Monferrone will last much longer. This is 20 euros cheaper. This is locally made. This is made in China, I think. So for 90 euros, for me, overpriced, not practical in use, could be better. Be aware if you want to buy this that there are practical issues, and choose accordingly. I hope you found that useful, and I expect lots of dislikes from Orbitkey fans to this video, but nevertheless, I'll keep going. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll talk to you next time.